Those of us who deal with mental illness spend most of our time in nervous anticipation, primed alertness, and agitated exhaustion, waiting for the demon at the door to raise its ugly head. We wait, poised, listening for the sounds of footsteps or a window opening in our mental room, dreading a breach. Whether it's PTSD, clinical depression, or severe anxiety, we feel we must work exceptionally hard to keep the monster at bay. We sit in the basement of our crumbling safe house of our minds with a loaded gun pointed at the door, only ever leaving to relight the ring of fire around our premises every so often, to ward off wraiths and predators. Constant exertion to maintain our safety and sanity. We spend our lives trying to keep this unnameable beast out. We treasure any sunlight or reprieve until the day joy itself inevitably becomes a disappointment as we learn to remember that while we experience a break, the beast is doing push-ups. Only on the clearest day is it possible to see the nuanced inklings of beast movement, and thus the whole circle of fear and anticipation, hot off the joy of a brief reprieve, rears its ugly, void-shaped skull, and the darkness descends once again, and with it, the hyper-alertness and fatigued fighting. Nerves frayed, pupils dilated, anticipating madness and that final drop into the dark beyond. Psychosis, madness, psych wards, ECT, etc. But have you ever considered the idea that, what if this constant fighting, this lifetime's work of keeping the monster out of the house, could be what is actually prolonging, provoking, and exacerbating this state of terror? What would happen if you did the exact opposite? What would happen if you quenched the ring of fire, disarmed the booby traps in the hallway, put down the gun, and beckoned the beast to come right in and have its way with you in your home? What would happen if you welcomed it in? If you did a 180 and gave the darkness free rein and openly invited it in? What would happen if you totally and completely accepted the reality of your situation? Take me, do what you will with me, I will put up no fight. You will find a surprising thing, that it won't kill you. You won't obliterate or mutilate your mind by looking this thing in the eye. This thing that wants to get in, you have been keeping out all this time. Could it be the voice of your traumatized inner kid, or some other pop psychology term for a personality trait? This is hard to know, but what is easy to see is that it just wants in. Maybe that's all it ever wanted. Maybe it is scared too. The next time you feel a panic attack coming on, or about a vicious depression, or an impairing OCD episode, try at first to do one simple thing. Pause, if even for a millisecond, and try to let your tense shoulders and your tight jaw to drop. Then identify the impending horror and say, "Come on, come in. Door is open, take me. I'd rather get this over with than live my life with the gun to the door, exhausted." Notice your body shaking and your trembling fear. Realize that these physical shakes and temporal pressure won't kill you. Realize that these symptoms have kept you afraid of fear for a long, long time. Afraid of fear. Afraid of the feeling of depression or anxiety, more so than afraid of any specific problem. Let the sensations be in you and pass through you and watch it. Look, you are surviving. However, take note, this is no silver bullet. If it took you 3 years to walk into the dark forest, it won't take you 10 minutes to walk out. This acceptance process is a practice, not a silver bullet.